Hi guys, happy new year. So pardon my awkward movement and all the shyness. I'm just I'm just trying to be, I'm just trying to learn to be in front of the camera. So welcome to my channel. My channel is Nende Africa. It is because of my Africanness. It's because of my experiences as an African. I wanted to tell you my experiences as African. A lot of them are universal with other parts of the world, but some are like unique to us. My topic today is because I reckon that children will be resuming. Some of them are going to be resuming on Monday. Today is 4th of January, so a lot of them might be resuming on Monday. Monday is 6th and above, and some have already resumed. But because of this resumption, I decided to do this topic about children, and because it's early in the year, I want a lot of parents to be able to learn what I have, measures that I have put in place, what I have learned over the years as per taking care of children and preventing child molestation. Almost every girl will tell you at one point or the other where he or she was molested. And these molestations, sorry, but it starts from familiar people. You cannot possibly molest somebody you have never met. And you can, very few people, maybe the experts in molestation are the ones who capture visitors or strange people. You cannot molest somebody who you don't see anyways. That's the point. And these cowardly people, these evil people, are like robbers. They study people, they study, and then before they do their deed. So just like a thief, before a thief will steal, he's going to look here, and then he grabs the thing and then he flees. The same thing with these molesters. They try to find out, they are looking for a lone child, they are looking for a child who has no care, they're looking for opportunity when the parents are not around. Nobody's going to molest your child in front of you except the person has a gun. So they are looking for opportunities where you are not around to strike. So today we are going to learn together on how to prevent child molestation. Is for you to know the teacher of your child. So if I ask you parents now, do you all know the teachers of your children? Do you know their names? Do you know their telephone number? Do you know the principal? Not just your child's teacher. Don't restrict it to your child's teacher. Know the teachers as in totality. So you know Miss this, Miss that. Know the vice principal. Know who is in charge of what in the school. Know the bossa. Know the accountant. Know your teacher. For the primary student, they always have assistant teachers. Know those teachers. Don't be too busy. Take time out of work to find out, to know about your child's teacher. You know why? Because if your child's teacher is the predator, even the cleaner get to know them. When you come into their school, find out, put a face to their name, exchange telephone number with them, and then you have established presence. You don't have to escort your child to school every day for you to protect your child. No. That's not the point. You may not even, you can be there and they know that you are an absent-minded person. Being focused is getting to know. You don't have to drop your child and then be by the school gate so that they will not rape your child. No, that's not the point. You won't be able to do anything other than just, do your child runs. There are other things that you need your time for. If your child is going to get into a new class, find out. I've had to speak to a parent who said he doesn't know the child's teacher and she has never been to the child's school, and that is very, very bad. Get to know your child's teacher, put a face, exchange numbers, know her name, know a few things, just be inquisitive. So how are you, Mrs.? This is Miss, this, exchange number. Don't just communicate to the teacher without going to the principal. Also, exchange numbers. Number 2 is communication book. Communication book is another place where you can establish presence. Even if you are a busy mother that you work from morning till night, that you do 24 hours a day, that communication book can enable you establish your presence. So teachers know people who don't sign. So if every day your teacher sends communication book to you and you do not sign, the teacher will know that you are not a serious person. The teacher will just think that you are not a serious person, that you don't even care, you don't sign. So you don't sign. So he thinks that if you can't sign, then you don't check their bags, you don't check their clothes, You don't check their underwears. You don't check anything. That's what it means. That's the interpretation. That's what the teacher will read into it. So, communication book is very vital. Even before you sleep, if that is the last thing you are able to do after taking your bath and eating, or however you want to do it, just do it. Teachers respect people who do their children communication book on a daily basis. Say whatever it is that you want, anything you want to say to the teacher on it. Like, okay, the child did very well, thank you. But if you feel that the teacher gave your child an assignment that he or she has no idea on, state it there, that you have been able to do so and so to your child, but however he needs more attention in the classroom, state it there. If you also notice that your child did very well, a topic that you did not know, say thank you to the teacher. Just do this and just say thank you, teacher, something like this, just like a smiley face, something like this, and just say thank you to the teacher because your child did excellently. Your child is able to count from 1 to 100 or 1 to 1000, as the case may be, depending on his class. Say thank you to the teacher that the child is doing very well. And if you notice, like there's a foul language that the child has started speaking, maybe the child is saying, maybe like a foul language, tell the teacher that you notice this foul language with the child, and that you are making sure that nobody is teaching the child the same language at home, but that he or she should be watchful in school to note whether there is a child who brought in that language. Let the teacher know. Once the teacher is aware that you are aware, the teacher will naturally respect you. And you know what, the teacher, even if the teacher is not the predictor, what that will do for you is that the teacher is going to tell other teachers that you cross your T's and that you dot your I's. The teacher will somehow translate it, because whenever anybody wants to mess with a child or somebody wants to start speaking foul language, what the teacher will say on your behalf is that, no, please leave that child, or the mother will, I don't want wahala. Do you understand? The mother will soon write something. So we translate it onto other teachers, and then they become careful about your child. So without you even being in school every day, even if your child goes in buses, maybe school buses takes your child and drops your child, but that communication book allows you to establish serious presence in the life of your child. It gets to know that you know everything. If you see a pen that is not for your child, comment it in the book, wrap it and return to the teacher. If you see that your child's book is rough, state it, comment it there. The teacher knows that you know. The teacher knows that you know. They will be the ambassadors to tell others that they should be careful with your child. That is number 2. Number 3, make sure that the children use the bathroom before going to school. So let the children, impact on the children the ability to wake up in the morning. Let them wake up in the morning, use the bathroom. Some of the events that has happened is usually starts from bathroom. So as soon as your child gets to school, your child needs to poop or needs to wee, and the child straight goes to the bathroom. But if your child is in the habit of going to class every day and the next action is to go use the toilet, your child begins to establish a routine. So he's in the toilet, he or she will be in the toilet. He's going to be alone in the toilet. And if that becomes a culture, the predictor studies, he wants to, they do it in the hideouts. They do it in places that are awkward. They can't possibly come into the classroom or in the assembly line to do that. They will find opportunities to even take your child to the toilet, not to talk of your child being in the toilet all the time. So make sure that your child uses the bathroom in the morning before going to school. Let it be a duty. Don't rush the child. Instead, let the child wake up earlier so that he or she will be able to use the bathroom. Let your child use the bathroom. Don't let your child let it not become a culture where your child goes to school and the first thing your child dives into the bathroom, and then for the next 40 minutes your child is in the bathroom. Once you establish that bathroom thing in the child, before you know it, a teacher will just go in there and say, I want to go and help the child. I want to go and help the child. And the child could not flush. The child could not see how you mess the whole place, and then he gets in. Don't give such opportunity. Make sure that your child uses the bathroom in the morning before he or she goes to school. That will help to prevent it. Then that takes us to number 4. Number 4. So swim. Did you take cream?
No.
Go and take creams. Being too early in school. Avoid being too early or being too late in school. So if you are the first to drop your child in school and you are the last to pick up your child in school, what message are you sending? What message are you sending? If you come to drop your child in school and your child is always the first and it takes another 1 hour before another child will come, you know you're preparing ground for rapists. You're preparing ground for solo. You're making the child always alone. So the implication is that when you bring that child very early in the morning, the child is going to stay with whoever. So this predator will take their time. They will come early. They will be the good teacher. They will be the one they always see. They will be the one that you always see. So they prey on your child. They pick your child. They notice it's a routine. And why would you drop your child 5:30? Why would you drop your child too early? Why not, if you're going to, instead of you to drop your child that early, let your child be in a school bus. Don't drop your child that early. Let your child be in a school bus. So please, drop your child at a time that other children are already there. Preferably, let the child come in school bus or find a way, or just instead take your child to a further school. Instead of you to say drop your child, maybe you're going to work. Let's say you're going to work in Victoria Island, and maybe you live in a place like Jodo, for example, and then because you want to get to your office on time, what you now do is to pick up your child that early. You're leaving by 5:30, and you pick your child to the next door school because you are going to work in Victoria Island. It's better for you to get somebody in the house that can enable the child go to school by 7 o'clock. Or by when the day is already bright. Don't make your child become a lone child where you are the first to drop your child in school and you are the last to pick your child. They note your child, they now prey on your child. So please do not let your child be the first one to be in school or the last to leave the school. Always pick up your child on time. If you cannot, then get somebody. Don't close from VI and start rushing down to pick up your child. By the time you get to your child's school, it's already 7 o'clock, and your child is the only one sleeping in the school with anybody, because the teachers, they get tired and then they just leave the child with anybody, maybe cleaner or something, possibly sleep because of your child. So what they will do is that they will hand over. They keep handing over because they too want to go back to school. So what you do is for you to get a school bus, enroll your child into the school bus and let the school bus pick your child to drop with the person at home. And what you can do is to get a CCTV. So if you're afraid that you don't want to take your child to your maybe to your nanny, or you do not trust, make sure that work around it. If you need to put CCTV in the house, put it. But let your child not be the last to leave school and the first to arrive school. It makes your child become very vulnerable to this rapist. You don't want that. But they are always looking for a lone child, and you do not want to create it for your child. Number five is to speak out when things are out of order. Say, for example, if your child comes back from school, you know that your child did not wear perfume to school, and he comes back with perfume all over. Who possibly did that? Did that the teacher how did the perfume get onto the child? It could mean several things. It could mean that somebody carried your child and was hugging, so you rubbed up the perfume. Be vigilant with your child. Smell the armpit, smell the teeth, check the uniform, check their bags, check those things, and quickly note it down on communication book that your child had. In fact, appear in school next day. Once they note that, let me tell you how it starts. It doesn't even need to get to the point where your child starts having a different perfume. No, just as simple as when your child's uniform is extremely dirty. Don't just say, I think they played today. No, don't just think. Write it, put it in the communication book, and say to the teacher that the school uniform is extraordinarily dirty today. What happened? And then what you will hear is that, they had sports day. Even if you know that they had sports day, shall complain, just talk, because when you talk, that is when a closed mouth is a closed destiny. You need to just say some of these things. Say it to them, be extra. When let's say you want to get to your child's school, you take the armpit, smell the armpit, check the child, check the collar, check, and just, you can ask the child, did anybody, especially if there's no CCTV in the school, I said, did anybody beat you today? Did anybody touch you? Did anybody spank you? And the child said no, 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 or yes, or no. The moment they know that you ask your child, and please don't whisper to your child, and I didn't say shout, just make sure that the teacher paid attention, that the teacher heard when you are asking. So be strategic and be dynamic about it. I'm not going to tell you to go harass the teacher. No, that's not the point. Just say, hope you're well today. Hope nobody touched you today. Your private part, nobody touched that today. You say yes. I think it's okay because it's your child and it's your right to ask. I think that it's absolutely okay to ask. So that takes us to number 6. Number 6, after you have done all of this, invest in good inner wear. Good inner wear cannot be underestimated in the life of a child. Now let me show you. I have this. It's like a swimming tight, but because I could not see exactly like this, don't just wear your child a pants and just go. You feel empty, you feel naked. What it does is that it gives your child an extra protection. So let your child always wear tight. And you can buy it in several forms. And another thing, Nigeria can be extra hot. Your child has AC in their class, is for you to use this type of socks. In pop socks. Invest in pop socks. If your school allows them to wear pop socks, please invest in pop socks and ask for option. Even if you wear socks, they have multiple colors of pop socks. They have all types of color. They have blacks. They have all that. So this further protects your child. But their bodies is not accessible to these evil people. So if your child wears this type of pop socks, if you don't allow them, maybe they are in some street schools or secondary schools, let your child wear it tight onto his or her underwear. And that way you'll be able to protect your child. Your child's privacy will be well closed and well protected. Like we adults, we want to cover up ourselves. When you wear ordinary panties, you feel like you are naked. But once you wear this tight, it gives you extra protection. Children are not different. They feel the same way too. And when you wear this, and when even the teacher who takes your child, let's say your child is a baby, and the teacher who takes your child, know that you're paying extra attention. Another thing you can also do is to invest in vests. For example, you have this type of vest that closes up. This is the bottom. So let's say this is the child's uniform. Okay, let's say this is the child's uniform, and it closes up here. It's always better. This gives an added protection. And even if you can't find the school uniform, the exact school uniform in this format, what you can do is to look for singlets. Is this singlet they call it? Inner wears. Look for inner wears. Look for inner wears that is protected. These are types of inner wears you can use, and your child will feel extra protected. And protection is what we want for the children. So these are my points, and I hope you'll be able to to apply some of these methods, some of these things that I have said. So this is school, and we have also at home. So because this video is already long, I'm going to do a separate video on neighbors, friends, families, uncles, other methods that I have learned to apply. Children, they are very young. They don't exactly know what to do. So if a Chimamanda Adichie, so many tough women, have been at one point of their life been assaulted, all the people not to tell their parents. So I'm going to be sharing with you on methods that I've used to guide around the home, around the vicinity, around the church, around friends and family. So on my next episode, in the future, I'm going to talk about it. So do communicate in the comments section below, and please do subscribe, share this video, share to most mothers, share to all mothers that you know, and let them know what they can do to help prevent child assault, which is very, very awful in our society today. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, share, and give us a thumbs up. And welcome. Please give me some good comments in the comment section. I've tried today, but I hope that I did well. I hope that I did well, guys. I hope that I tried, you know. So until next time, see you. Until next time, see you. And please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.